Good morning from here. Warm welcome on this Monday morning. Very special to have a retreat on Monday. And just to mention, if the French translator could make him or herself put their hand raised if you're here. And we'd like to start with a drill from Madhavan. Thank you. Thank you. And would like to give you a moment to think about yesterday where we assigned the translator. I think I have the right person. From France. You can let me know if I've got the wrong one. Baba was talking about freedom from those wasteful thoughts, and yesterday I found it very powerful. This churning and experiencing is beyond the camel and elephant or the drama, and getting the basis right, the ingredients, and reference point is the angel who is light, because it's a story, and that's when there's the auspicious feelings from that stage. One thing that Ka Young said, I thought was very beautiful. Your vision will become clear only when you look into your own heart. Who looks outside dreams, who looks inside awakens. Of course, we want to look inside the heart of the angel rather than the heart of the ego that has got hype around the role play. So welcome to hear your thoughts, and welcoming back Prashant. Good morning.
Thank you. Hello and good morning, and appreciate creating time on the Monday morning. And we will be creating this time for experience. It is nice. Baba started with the emphasis on concentration. That is a very central thing for us. Anyone who is meditating, he needs to use concentration. And meditation also improves concentration. And for us, what is this concentration? And people in the world have concentration. They can focus and solve their mathematics problem, and there is so much research going on, lots of concentration. But where are we directing our concentration? And in simple words, our focus is on the alokik. That's why we like to draw this image again and again. This is a constant competition for us. Most of the world, their focus is in this world. Their mind is dangling there. Why? Why is the mind of most people dangling here in this world? In different things, they are thinking about what they are going to do next, or why something has happened. What do you think is the reason?
And also type in your language. We can translate with Google. Yes, fear is one. Kind of caught in a spiral maybe of fearful thoughts. Ego wants to be alive. And wants to think and use the mind. They know nothing else. It's as if normal. And soul is not conscious.
The bottom line is that the ego, and that is what we mean by Ravan. 10 heads of Ravan are here. They're all different identities. They are stubborn in their program, just as we are stubborn in our plans. Ravan is stubborn, and so whether it is a story, whether it is complete useless thoughts, but they are useful thoughts for that head of Ravan. It can be something fantasy thoughts, but they could be thoughts of the past, but they are useful thoughts for that head of Ravan. But for us, we see that as sin. In the Murli today, Baba said, sin is incognito. Lots of sin is incognito, and your income is also incognito. So every minute I'm indulging in this world, I allow Ravan to indulge. It is contributing to the sin. Anytime we are feeding Ravan, it is account of sin. Our definition of sin is like this, because it brings pain sooner or later. When you are nourishing and experiencing the alaukik, that becomes incognito income. Incognito, no one can see it, but your attention is in the alaukik. You are seeing the treasures, experiencing, these are yours. You got eternal right there. But more you are experiencing it, that becomes yours. And it means you imbibe it. It stays with you. That experience stays with you through the cycle. That's why it is the income. Yoga leads to income because it is not just God, but world of God. You are experiencing the world of joy and happiness and immortality. You are experiencing all this. At the moment, to overcome this Ravan's thoughts, to stop this, we need concentration. We need to bring in concentration. As was said, everyone in the world is experiencing something. They are eating something, drinking something. They want experiences. Our experience is alaukic experience. That's what we want. This alaukic experience is what will nourish the soul awareness. Every time you are in the alaukic experience, that will grow. Otherwise, all these hates of Ravan, different ego, they get bigger. They get nourishment. This is our idea of purification. We want to remove Ravan. So let us come in some experiments with the concentration. Sometimes it's just a simple reminder at the beginning, it helps. A reminder is that this entire physical world, we are reminding everything that happened since morning, it happened in this world of clay. It's a story world. It's a world of clay puppets, clay dolls. It is not our world. There are so many puppet shows in this world. This is just another. We are reminding ourselves nothing is intense and serious. In the world of play, nothing can be so serious that I can't let go of it for 1 minute. It is not the case. So I give myself permission not to think of that world for the next few minutes. I can come back later and solve if there is something so urgent. I'll come back afterwards. Right now, full permission to go beyond. Mind is freer. And all I choose is to experience the supreme sky. For this, we know this is a region beyond. That is always enough. This is the region of light and color. We see this in gentle red color, expanse. Next step is we are in that region of light. We are in that silence, in that sky. As if the light and the color is all around us. Even the words that we hear, they are as if in the background. We stay in the experience of light and the color of this sky beyond. Thank you. In some of these practices, if you feel you if you change anything, like even choosing right postures, closing eyes, keeping the eyes open, whatever that helps in concentration, you are giving that a priority. Once that experience is there, then you can take it in other situations, try it in other situations. We'll come to more experiences. I just want to add, ordinarily people think that they have to pay attention to this to solve it. They want to intensely, something has to be done, something has to be made, something might go wrong. They keep thinking about this. And your focus is here. Yogi, you are thinking of your alokik world. What you might notice that as you are doing this here, it is like paying attention to the seed. If you pay attention to the seed of a tree, you get more fruits. You are not working on the branches, you are working on the seed, but you also get fruits. One name for this region is the seed region. And so that is the secret of a yogi. Power of silence is, you are paying attention here. Power of science, they are paying attention here. Power of silence ultimately wins, in a big way, because when you keep paying attention here, it brings fruit, and fruit continues for many, many years. If you ignore the seed and just pay attention to the branches, so much research, but you are working on the branches, then you get fruit for some time, but there is no fruit afterwards. We will come to another practice, but you want to add anything? You want to say anything?
While others may be thinking and typing, I personally have found it really helpful in the last 12 hours or 24 hours. You don't even have to think about this drama or this box, as if it's such a conditioning that we need to think about it, solve something, as was said. It makes sense. It is an experience as well. But there is a resistance and the ego that thinks, but how can anything get done? So partially understanding it, that things do happen. You do many things without needing to think very much. But do you have anything to say about this? We're telling ego we don't have to think about it, but anything to help that ego not take over, because he thinks that's the only way things will get done.
Yeah. In essence, what is happening is the love for the seed region, is higher. It can happen in the ordinary world. If someone has won a lottery, he will keep remembering his lottery prize. He's doing everything else. He's eating also, and he's walking, and he's driving, but he's not forgetting his lottery, what he has won. There is intoxication. It is something similar. Here you won a Lottery, big lottery. In fact, this is the biggest lottery anyone can win. In this lottery, there is immortality. In other lottery, don't promise you anything. Not any health or in this lottery you got a great family, divine family, love, life without harm, company of God and wisdom. God comes with wisdom, but the world is a world of truth and angelic mind. This is all within your lottery. Lock, stock, barrel. You get happiness, love, peace, and a whole lot. And on top, you are ambassador of God, doing good karma. Your existence leads to benevolence. So there is a huge lottery. Only ego is not excited about this lottery. That is the thing. Ego is impressed with if he gets some, some Sainsbury's coupons. He gets more intoxicated with that. Some good bargain than this big lottery. For ego, that box, the world of clay, that is what he can measure, that he can relate to. But that's fine. We are changing the ground. We make the invisible soul, making him conscious. And when he's conscious, he understands what he has found, and he has intoxication of this seed region. He can relate to this lottery. Any other thoughts? Anyone want to add? We'll come to our next practice.
Someone has typed, this really helps me to understand. This helps me to know how to really experience and understand meditation.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Now, in our next practice, concentration continues, and that is the absolute priority for us. Few minutes, but we aim for 100%. And so in this practice, we remind this side is the world, the story world. We are aware of our real world, alaukic sky. And come in that experience of the light and color. And then next step, we are in that sky. We stay in the experience of light and color. Understand this world is real, not just a meditation experience. This world is important. It is eternal. all these minutes, we do not let go of the light and color of this region. This world is the true family. Oh, they are like living stars. And God and souls, there is complete simplicity. So they don't have bodies and hats, crowns, just tiny living stars. Oh, family. Those whom we knew for eternity, all divine, divya and alokik. Divine, it also means nothing inauspicious. They don't even need anything, no desires, no ego, no Ravan. Fully innocent. They all are worthy of love and loving. Lovely, loving, lucky, all and forever. We we emerge that those feelings of belonging, our family feeling. In this environment, the true self becomes conscious. And the true self very happy, will see himself at any point, understands this is totally normal, like everyone else. Immortality is normal for him. To be so independent from the world of clay that is so obvious to him. Independent is totally separate. Story has got nothing to do with him. That's why he is more an observer of the story, witness. He is the invisible witness. It's normal to belong to that sky. He knows he needs nothing from anywhere. And he needs nothing from that world of clay. Just being independent from that world of clay. It makes him free from sorrows, free from ego, free from attachments, free from desires, aspirations, free from vices. What remains are auspicious thoughts, auspicious feelings, auspicious life. Fully. Invisible witness is the invisible angel. He can say, I am the angel. He has recognition of the Father. He knows God. He knows his worthiness to belong to God, to be loved by God. He has a right to have the company of God. We continue on the journey. We remain conscious of this presence of the invisible witness. It is the invisible witness who continues on his journey. Mm. In this world, there are all varieties. People, there are celebrities and there are people who want all kinds of experiences. But who is having a better quality of life. Who is, in other words, what is happening in the mind? That is what matters. And they may have lots of gold around them, but what is happening in the mind? And what is happening in the mind is based upon where we are in this spiral, downward spiral and upward spiral. Whole world is in this downward spiral. This Ravan experiences just takes them further down. And more of one is at this end of the spiral. Ravan is there. Ravan has got complaints and comparisons and concerns, questions, cravings, non-stop. They just increase. He got everything around, but mind is experiencing something else. Outside world is world. There are some people, someone will praise you, someone will break things, and there is some election, some government change. That is what is going on non-stop for everyone. The question is where we are in this spiral, which end, which direction we are going. Every minute you are nourishing the seed experience. Every second you are coming in these experiences, you are coming, helping the invisible player to become conscious. Why remember God? Remember the incorporeal God. That is what will take you there. He resides in that region. He is the embodiment of that highest experience. So each time you are experiencing him accurately, you are going up the spiral. Accurate. Not ego-based, but this is a little checking required. You are not making ego-based effort, but stepping out of this world of clay. And then you are going up, and then life goes on. But now your mind is experiencing auspicious feelings. There can be wind, rain, sun, cloud, life going on. But your inner life is auspicious. Mind is experiencing. Or what is auspicious? Feeling everything is good. Everyone is good. And what was said earlier, worthy to be loved by God. And everyone is lucky. You have won a lottery. And no one can change anything of this lottery. Beyond harm and world of immortality. Everyone is safe. Truth is so extraordinary of everyone. So in this space, that's what you are seeing. That's what you know. And there is nothing to complain and nothing to question. Everything is just right. That is fine. The world of play that will continue by its script. But your mind is experiencing celestial dance. And as was said before, as your mind is experiencing this seed region that has benevolence at all levels, you contribute positively to others and at all levels. because you are in truth. So angelic mind, it will bring angelic results. It will show angelic actions. Yes, you want to add anything, say anything?
Great to hear. Any reflections? This momentum of the auspicious is essential. When in contrast, the ego thinks about the drama, but often about others, thinking of others. So this momentum of everything is good, everyone is good. It's also a way to transfer the thoughts to the lottery win of others, because this is something that can break the connection. We might start to think, yes, everything is good, but the mixture can come, and then we get triggered by something in the drama, identification with someone else's drama. But to start clean and see everything is good, everyone is lucky. Can't always speak about it, but the attitude and vision, I think, is a big protection. It's generating energy for the angel. There aren't any thoughts just at this moment.
I want to tell you one joke or one question. One philosopher asks, what's the difference between optimist and pessimist? So what would you answer? He says, what's the difference between optimist and pessimist?
The usual answer is glass half empty, glass half full, but any other reflections? Someone said change the size of the glass. Positive or negative mindset?
Sure. So he makes a joke on this. And what he says, optimist wakes up in the morning and says, good morning, God. Pessimist wakes up in the morning and says, good God, morning. So for one person, morning is a problem, evening is a problem, go to work is a problem, come home is a problem. He's busy solving problems. A day starts, how many problems? For the optimist, same life, but he sees the same life as full of opportunities. Many things are going on, but he says, wow, fun, life is an opportunity. What made the difference? One person, good God, morning, the other person, good morning. What made a difference? Where we are in the spiral, that makes a difference. If a person crosses a certain point in this spiral, then it is good God, because that Ravan's department starts, Ravan's reactions. Everything is a crisis. If you go a little bit up the spiral, it is just crossing a point. And then life is probably offering different situations, but you find it is all wonderful. When you are fully awake, this is what Baba offering to us. When you are fully awake, then you win the sky, you also win the earth. It is like a biggest lottery at all levels. And that is the way it is. It is not some management technique by which you are seeing it, but that is the way the universe is. You are eternal princess. What Baba says, you are princess and you are eternal princess, which means you are beings who are lucky at every level. There is no reason for even the slightest desire, even. Leave aside some desperations and sorrows. Full feeling of fullness, eternity, fully secure, everyone good. And we know why they are all good, because that world is eternal world. That world is beyond harm. They all are immortal. It changes the game completely. So they all are experiencing this. And when they are so secure, they remain 100% innocent. There is no need of this Ravan's cleverness. That's why childlike, godlike, lovely, loving. This is what else is life. You're dealing with the family and world and your own mind, and it is 100% auspicious, positive, clean. Then it is angelic. God experiences that mind. And then he's seeing this physical world, and what richness of this physical world. You're talking about experience. This, some may pay some lots of money to go and watch a three-dimensional film, some special effect and three-dimensional film. Here you are offered a miracle, three-dimensional miracle. In this three-dimensional, there is sound and smell, and you can touch and feel, and you can go around a corner, and you can beat the drums, experience all this in this amazing computerized game, virtual game. You can
Like a cup of tea in it.
that's right, experience, blue, black bull or red bull. You can go this, and then you are not harmed at the end of it at all. Just not go into Ravan's camp. Remain conscious. Don't get drawn into it. Don't cross the line. So the offer is extraordinary offer. Maybe most souls are victims of such a big success. This what is offered to us is so convincing and so sophisticated that lots of these players are deceived. But we are given this great gift, extra, but it's a gift. That's why it is mentioned in the spiritual writings. They win the sky, they also win the earth. So we all want experiences, but who is interpreting these experiences? That makes the difference. Optimist or pessimist. More you come up the spiral and more you become soul conscious, the one who is interpreting everything is an angel. Experience is going on, experience of sound and experience of noise and something breaking and also, but angel is experiencing. He enjoys the beginning, he enjoys the end. He enjoys sky, he enjoys cloud, he enjoys. He enjoys. He lives a life in it. Whereas when we go in the other direction, Ravan, it is like you give a best toy to some child, and he will be saying, someone else has got a different, better toy. He's from the first second he's grumpy, and that is different mind. It is like the same in the Ravan's mind. Same world is offered, but he says, "Good God, another day." This interpretation of the let us hear some thoughts from you, and then we will take another area, another subject.
One comment. In fact, the world of clay is a world of fear, of being dominated or dominating. But actually, souls, the angels are beyond. It's just a comment. I was thinking about, we have stories that say, and they lived happily ever after. Children's fairy tales. Something resonates inside, happy ending, but I can see we need to understand the happy ending is not in the film. The happy ending is the ones who are safe, the angels wake up at the end and they have happily ever after. In fact, it's eternity. But the film won't have a ceremonious ending. It will finish in a collapse scene, perhaps. So just a comment, really noticing to really dismantle that. Yeah.
Like in our world, like in each one of our lives, there are people whom you want to give them the best. Maybe your friends, people in the family. You are really wishing them the best. The highest thing we can give to anyone, what is it? What is the highest thing we can give to them? Is the shift of consciousness. You can give them otherwise cakes and gold, but if their direction is downwards, it is like it ends up creating more problems. It is as if goes into the stomach of Ravan, and Ravan will complain. It becomes sin. But if you give them the method to move up the spiral, seed can be planted, and you have to find a way how it can be planted, seed, so that they have to make that effort. They have to take a step. This is what even God cannot do the thing for us. He can encourage us, offer us, but this is like a nice insight to have, that children, school children, they all need to have an idea of this option, so that they take some steps to go up the spiral. They do their research, what they need to do. And if they go up the spiral, then they have a great mind, very healthy mind. And if that is in place, many other things will fall in place. They become lucky. That's why it is like you put this seed, in place, make the seed healthy, then the tree is healthy, and there is lots of fruit.
It starts with the self, doesn't it? But just on this, someone responded, but they are not interested. So maybe it's
There is always the way. You have to find a way to entry point. And that's some aspect, some area that is interest. Style, we may have to have different options, different styles. But if that is in our mind, if that intention is there, that is enough.
Like every now and then, just sort of giving an option, but not constant. I'm having a break, and then some other 3 months later, another. Have you tried this? Try this. Or...
Yes. So let us come to a few minutes. Emphasis is concentration today. And in a second, we are coming to the world of God and world with God. Aware of this region of light, aware of the family, true family. They are like tiny points. This is the small little world, the father and the family. Small little world. It appears like us little. All are like living stars, tiny points. It's a world of love, and loved by God, all are worthy of love. All are immensely lovely, egoless, and sorrowless. Selfless. Small little world of the father and the family. This is a happy world. This is a lovely world. They stay within the line. And this is the line of wisdom. We see Father also in the image of a point star. He's the wisest all these stars, all these living stars, they are also living actors. They all have a part on the stage. The Father also has a part on the stage. And his part is of God. Part is such. He plays the part where he creates heaven, uplifts everyone. The memorials everywhere. Lots of worship. But in himself, he sees himself as a point. He sees himself like everyone else. Knows that he is just like everyone else. Knows that that story and world of clay is completely separate. That is just a part. He is not deceived by the part, not even the slightest. That is what makes him the wisest. Everyone is playing the part. All are deceived to different level. Other is never deceived. Deception is a sign of less wisdom. Test is there, how much one is deceived. That's why the world of clay, there will be glitter, gold, song, crown. Many things come in the world of clay. We now understand the options. Option to make this seed reality not just a meditation experience, it is our world. It is real, it is important, it is eternal. This is ours. We have a right here. Anyone? Do you feel Anyone is deceived by the part, by the role you are playing? Is there anything in the world of play that impresses you?
Yes, of course, for one's whole life. But now it's changed, hasn't it?
Back behind the line naturally. The dotted line is this. So there is, for the Supreme Being, the worship going on and praise and memorials. But in himself, he knows he is that point and zero. Happy, very happy to know that he is zero in connection with the world of clay. This is a nice homework for us to hold on to become zero in the world of clay. Yeah, let us hear some thoughts from you, and some we'll have some rooms after that.
Some comments in the last couple of minutes. I thought I was truly the camel. Yes, even though there was faith in God, the line was crossed. Someone has written zero, hero to be zero, until the suffering became extreme, then the knowledge came to be behind the line. About concentration, and in a way, if you've won the lottery, it's easy to concentrate. But at the same time, there is the resistance. So there will be that bit like the plane taking off. You have to go a bit, use a lot of fuel to get going. But then once it's machinery is there, there's momentum. It is we want to think of the lottery. So perhaps the key is momentum, and constantly refreshing on the prize is just keeping as if like different mantras to keep the activity going. Churning is the refined fuel, isn't it? Also, the process of it should be helping the mind to build all the powers of discrimination and different byproduct also of the process of churning. But the aim is to have the might to stay behind the line. Someone is asking, in the Murli, it talks about zero, and then that we are number wise. Is it possible to explain if the question is clear?
Yeah. So everyone is zero, really. It's a race is to become zero now. And Ravan doesn't want to become zero. Ravan wants to be something, somebody. Ravan says, this is all mine, this is me. He's ready to listen to any praise of any kind. So that is Ravan's department. So our aim is to stay in that zero space happily. One as was said, it is a sign of wisdom. And understands that this world of clay, and Prashant is part of that world of clay, and invisible witness who is conscious. He says that world of clay is not his world. Not one atom from that world of clay can belong to him. He needs nothing from there. With caution, he comes in that world of clay with caution, with the permission of God and with Srimad from God. God himself comes with caution. That's why he can stay in that zero. If one is not deceived, then this is the biggest prize, and then it is number one. Ravan, when we use the word Ravan is embodiment of deception. He absolutely lives in that story, and nothing else exists. Don't want to know anything other. This is me, and this is mine, and this is, let us have a party. That is Ravan's position. That is last number. So first number is Ram, and he remains forever in wisdom. So is it time for rooms, and then we meet?
Yes, it's time. And could we formulate a question for starting a discussion?
Yes. So is it good morning, God, or good God? What is our where are we on that scale?
Okay.
How are we seeing our day, ordinary experiences, day's routine, with good morning God attitude or good God?
Think to start us off. Thank you. Opening up now, and enjoy. We'll see you in just over 10 minutes. Thank you. Hello. So nice to see you back. There was a 1 second change teleported in the main room. So let's create a minute just to come back to the experience of the angelic positive mind. Thank you. So it would be good to hear from you. Would you like to share the highlights from the discussion? You can type it in the language and we can hope Google honors your message. And I was reminded of a cartoon and it showed a man coming out of bed going 24 brand new hours. So, happy face. And, of course, this is angelic happiness, not because the drama is going well. So this in happiness within the soul. We had a gathering here of the University of Third Age. They were coming to positive thinking class. They were, many of them, quite comfortable in their life, but ordinary difficulties were there. But when this contrast was shown, asking the question, are you good morning God or good God morning? One gentleman said, oh, I never thought that it's a contrast of good God morning that is not ordinary in this world. So it gave him a big realization that we as if settle for good God morning and think that's normal life. So I thought this service of showing contrast. So one comment, we are all noticing we return to our old comfortable world, but that comfort zone makes us feel trapped. So yes, good to notice. Thank you, and handing back to Prashant.
No, Prashant always comes with a whiteboard with him.
Part of a set.
Yes. I want to touch one subject, and let us take this subject, and let us say, in this world there are many creatures. There are donkeys, and there are dogs, and different creatures, birds. Each of these creatures has got their own hard wiring. Their attractions, aversions, inbuilt. Dog will behave in a certain way, donkey will behave in a certain way. It is inbuilt. Different birds, they will behave in a certain way. There are attractions. If you show grass to a donkey, donkey will come. Dog will not come, but a donkey will come. It will run after grass. Dog will bark in some situation. You cannot change them. They are hardwired, means they are, it is like a, wiring is like that. You can't change. And there is no point in changing either. What is the big, it can't be permanent change. Donkey, you try to change donkey into some other creature. It is not permanent. You can't change dog into a donkey. What are human beings hardwired for? We said, donkey, it wants grass. What are human beings? What is their hardwiring? What do they want? Do you want to tell? Present day human beings.
Sense pleasures, money, more. Indulgences,
I might make this radical statement.
greed, love, respect. Oh, they love to live in darkness. Yeah.
So we can say what you said fairly, it is spot on. vices. Human beings are hardwired. That's a big statement, hardwired. Just like dog will behave in a certain way, human beings are hardwired to behave in a certain way. Vices. So is it possible to make them viceless? And it's about the knowledge we hear is to make you viceless. Today we heard the whole Murli, how to become viceless. Like say donkey, you may take a donkey to a silence retreat. Don't think of grass. No grass. No, you're not eating grass. But you come out of the silence retreat, they will immediately go to grass. They want grass, short grass, green, big grass, organic grass, but they want grass. There is no compromise on that. So human beings, they are hardwired for vices. It may be in different religions they don't eat ordinary meat. They eat a different kind of meat. Just a superficial corn, but then it becomes all holy meat. So also they are eating some special offered food, but underneath there is greed and there is attachment and there is lust, and it just takes different form. They are still going in that direction. They are still going in this direction. So what is this becoming viceless? What is the effort there, and is it realistic to achieve it? To be viceless? When we say human beings are hardwired for vices.
Someone said it's hard. Not easy.
So where does Murli of today, where does it fit in? Baba wants to make this everyone viceless. Miss Baba said 100% Satoprada, 100% viceless. Date is 100% viceless. So how do we achieve this if they are hardwired for vices? Yeah, now a big secret here. Baba is not dealing with human beings. Baba is dealing with angelic beings. This is what is happening here. These are angelic beings, and these angelic beings, they are different. They are more like God rather than human beings. They are not from this world of clay. That is the big difference. That's why they need nothing from the world of clay. And when what we call human beings, what would be the more accurate name for human beings in this context? These are angel beings. Human beings, what is a more accurate name for a human being? You can be creative, you can think.
Yeah, someone's written godlike being, but I think they are in the...
They are angelic beings. Angel beings are godlike beings.
Yeah.
But what we can say human beings, what is the...
vices beings. And there's a Portuguese, just beings. Without the angel bit.
The word I was thinking is Ravan beings. If others are angelic beings, these are Ravan beings. So Ravan beings, that is what the society is at the moment. Baba calls it devilish community. So they are hardwired for vices. There is no question about it. Our effort starts not with the Ravan being. We are not trying to change Ravan being. We shift the consciousness in the first second. You are coming to that invisible witness. Invisible witness from first second. Invisible witness becomes conscious. He's seeing this world of clay. Invisible witness, his family is different. That's why we hear the message. Forget the body, forget human beings, forget the object. Unlimited. That world of clay is not our world. It's a foreign world. Our world is alokik, invisible, divine, God's world. That is our world. So we start with this. And these angel beings, they are different altogether. Zero vices. That is realistic for them. They know naturally that their world itself is different. And this here, the world of clay, they are just visiting this moment. As we often say, Prashant, the body and whole role, Prashant, is part of this world of clay. At the same time, the invisible witness is conscious. And he is experiencing this. He is experiencing Prashant talking about angel beings and Ravan beings. And so during these seconds, we are nourishing this consciousness. When Baba says, become soul conscious, remember Baba, during these minutes, you are nourishing that consciousness. And that will continue to grow, that will continue to become dominant. And that will take over the Ravan consciousness. That shift has to happen, and then it will stay for half the time, half the cycle. I often I remember one patient I saw, and this patient was saying sometimes he finds himself as another animal. He mentioned another animal, some creature. He shifts, his consciousness shifts to another animal. You spend so much time with some animals, you start think about them, and then this is one possibility in this world. There can be shift of consciousness, from human to animal. It is rare, but that can happen. And in this case, it has certainly has happened to every one of us. And what has shifted? From angel beings, we have dropped to Ravan beings. At the end of Silver Age, this is the drop that happens. It is not the same soul becoming impure, but it is like a shift of consciousness and a different world, different perspective altogether. So we said, one is the experience, everything is coming, we have sun, rain, sky, human beings, and something breaks, something flies. Who is experiencing it? Ravan beings or angel beings? And this is the shift we need to do with happiness. Confluence is a time to shift from Ravan beings, Ravan consciousness, to the angel consciousness. The drop has happened at the end of Silver Age, from angel consciousness to Ravan. Now it is the Baba comes, and his job is to bring about this shift. From the first second, we don't make ego-based effort, because ego-based effort just stays at that Ravan consciousness. But know the option, come to the angel consciousness. One nice statement in the Gita, some few lines. I will read them, those few lines in the Bhakti scripture. It is better to do your own duty, however imperfectly, than to assume the duties of another, however successfully. So, what does this mean? I very much understand it in this context. And what is it? Totally accept that you are not a perfect angel, you are a trainee angel, that is fine. But be that angel from the first second. Better to do your own duty, however imperfectly, than assume the duty of another, however successfully. So people can be very successful merchants and successful parents and successful, but there are many successful, clever. They are warriors and players and musicians. They're very successful. We have to, that all feeds the Ravan being, Ravan consciousness. Here you are choosing to be the invisible angel. Become that trainee angel. You don't say Harry is trainee angel. No, the invisible witness is the invisible angel, and he is seeing this world. He's seeing his world of the family, his father. He's experiencing that consciousness. Every second you are experiencing that itself is a big prize. That consciousness itself is a huge experience. But everything that comes from there is like a silent incognito income. Today, Baba used that word. Silent income, incognito income. You are every second you are staying in that angel being. You are truly becoming the angel and helping others shift from Ravan to the angel. You'd like to add anything? Say anything?
So a couple of questions and a comment have come up. Question: how to achieve 100% viceless in our dreams so that we wake up joyful and not sad?
Go to bed, before going to bed, create that time of this experience, certain things that we have spoken, with joy, where you are seeing the celestial, celestial grand reality, wonderland, and seeing the greatness of everyone else. As you are doing this, and let that awareness be there even when you are in bed, until you fall asleep. Let that be there. That's just the best we can do. You are giving a direction, and then anything that happens, but that is okay. We have to go through those various dreams.
Sometimes settling karma in the dream, do you think?
Maybe that may be happening.
But to be, work with the conscious when we are conscious, and that in time will feed through the dreams. So you nourish every second that you are in the correct consciousness. but you also lose it if there is any vice, when the power does not grow. Is that correct? As if we get back, because if we lose it all.
Yeah, if we come into Ravan being level, then it is backward. But we have the option to keep topping up. Whenever you are remembering, come to the have this simple aim, just to come to that one practice. Perspective from beyond the world of clay. Don't have you are watching it, but from beyond.
Is it like, although we might lose it because we've reinforced Ravan, is it like a track has been created? So there's some memory, a bit like if you walk in the forest and you go down a route, there's a track starts, and even if you come back and lose it, still it'll be easier second time. It's not all is lost. That's what I'm trying to
Yes,
say.
that's true.
We learn each time not to go that way again. So there's learning.
Yes.
I think it's very interesting, and others were sharing it makes sense. And as if we are working, if we don't know Ravan, we're working with managing Ravan, and we think vices are normal, and many structures of religion and spirituality are in the management mindset, with trying to reduce Ravan's effects, but to understand properly the angel being, and just starting with the angel being and speaking to, thinking of, churning about, consolidating, familiarizing with the angel. It's empowering from the first second, isn't it? And then we know, of course, that there is the Ravan option, but then we see contrast at least. Yeah.
Yeah, nice.
Anything final to share? And we'll also have a draw from Madapan. But
Yeah, let us create 1 more minute of concentration and something simple. We use the best intellect, best side with fun. It is like all along. We are playing with it. And we understand the physical world. One thing, it is a story world, just like world of dolls. It's a foreign world. It is not our world. And it is temporary world. Ravan just means fully ignorant. He lives in that foreign world, temporary world, fictional. He absolutely lives. That's why embodiment of ignorance. Angel beings, they are embodiment of 100% wisdom. They just see this, that the world of dolls and world of clay, it is not their world. That's why they are invisible witness. But they know they are very lucky. They got their world, alokik world, eternal world, world with God, and world of divine family. And they know they want everyone else to come out of that deception. Ravan's deception, Ravan's madness. And they want everyone to see this, their celestial prize. And every second we are experiencing it, it will become easy for them to experience. We know this big secret. That's why it becomes a incognito prize, incognito income. Huge, extraordinary life. Within that is experience, and this experience helps us to understand more things. There is a lot more to experience and understand, explore. Along with the Father. It is the new birth of the angel and angel's duties. Thank you.
Very rich and beautiful atmosphere. Thank you so much to all. And translation theme incognito. We'll create a few minutes of grill from Madhavan.
मन बुद्धि संस्कार तीनों के मालिक बन ऑर्डर करो स्वीट साइलेंस तो अनुभव करो या ऑर्डर करने से अधिकारी बनने से तीनों ही ऑर्डर में रहते हैं। अभी अभी